This room of worship is transformed into a place of hope at the welcome home ceremony for people who have been exonerated after being convicted of crimes they didn't commit.
Mr. Daryl Six, 34 years, crime he didn't commit. Daryl Six, come on up here.
After serving years, and in some cases decades, their freedom is solidified and commemorated at the United Kingdom Church in Detroit. Being released from prison after so much time, exonerees could be met with a world that has left them behind. Instead,
we make sure these guys have linen, vital records, and everything else in between. We got stuff in here that's got tags on them. Look, brand new suits, tags on them. We actually had a whole room downstairs, literally an entire room full of clothing. And we got rid of those. We donated all those. Rental assistance, jobs, health care, suicide prevention, mental health assistance, you name it, helping them to find their children.
Pastor Terrence Devezin is one of the co-founders of the Ambassadors Group, which holds the welcome home ceremonies for those the judicial system had written off.
We were the first contact with somebody who'd been gone for decades. Why? Because they just wanted somebody, Miss Walker, to say, I'm sorry, publicly, and that I care.
Co-founder Maxine Willis says the ceremonies not only welcome home those who had never thought they would see freedom again.
It's not only just having welcome home ceremonies and meeting the needs of the exonerees, but it's working hard to erase the stigma.
It's about commemorating justice finally served.
Was it easy? Is it easy getting companies and organizations to donate and help you do this?
In the beginning, it was very difficult because for many, this is their first time even contemplating wrongfully convicted. We were running into brick walls. So we thought, okay, what are we gonna do? Sit back and do nothing? So we thought, well, we're gonna have to just roll up our sleeves and with the support of United Kingdom Church, going in our pockets to do what we had to do.
The Ambassadors Group has come a long way since they began their work in 2018. Now, many people and organizations donate their time and money to make this church a beacon of hope and provide the resources it takes to give exonerees a new beginning.
Well, Barry, come on up.
The gift of love. And that's the most important of all as we look around and see our exonerees and our special guests here today.
Willis says these ceremonies also create a bond between the wrongfully convicted, as some in attendance have been in those exact same shoes before.
When they see other men who can identify with them, who went through some of the same challenges that they went through, being locked up and incarcerated, seeing these men come and hug them and welcome them home has just been the most rewarding aspect that we've been able to be a part of.
Once the welcome home celebrations are over, the resources provided at this church become invaluable because exonerees are facing a world that has dramatically changed.
It's totally different. Everything's changed. You know, for people like me, coming out of prison, wrongfully convicted, with nothing.
Juwan Deering was recently released after serving 15 years for a crime he said from the moment he was accused he didn't commit. He was convicted of arson and deliberately starting a fire that killed 5 children. He was sentenced to life in prison, but he says he was released after a videotaped recording of a key witness proved his innocence.
And they found that the person of the home said that I wasn't the one that was out there. The same detective who put me in prison was the same detective that interviewed him and had the information all this time.
Freedom didn't come easy.
Staying in that law library every day, writing letters every day to people who were in authority that can help me because I was stuck.
His efforts finally paid off, and someone finally took a harder look at his case.
And they contacted my lawyer, and that's when the ball had turned because they actually discovered the wrongs that were committed by the prosecution at that time.
Deering says he didn't expect a welcome home ceremony, but he was grateful when he got one.
I was very, very, very happy and very appreciative of Reverend Terrence and his church for giving me that welcome. I mean, Tommy Hearns was there. It was a great time, beautiful time. And I did get a TV, clothes, everything, you know. Money, I mean, it was beautiful. So I was just enjoying the moment. And I had to enjoy the moment, just in case it was a dream, you know.
Now that he's home, he spends his time getting used to his new life.
Welcome to my office. And this is the TV that I received from a young lady at the church. I had to put pictures, frames, different things that I need, but I'm gonna get it going, you know. It takes one day at a time, you know. Every day is a dream because I'm free. I'm home.